There he is, John Price.
That song just makes me happy.
That's good old Timothy Conley, the ukulele hero, live and direct from Las Vegas, doing
So good.
making
So
us happy with our thing. Yeah, man. I suppose we should redo it. Make Walker redo it before we go to before he goes to college, or maybe we could.
Yeah, before he gets too big time.
I totally see. Like, I only see my son now when I watch Actor Press on YouTube next to James Gunn and George Clooney. Anyway, glad to see you, man. Star Trek.
Yeah,
Star
Trek.
We're 4 episodes behind, right?
We are.
You just wanna go Hegemony Part 2.
Sure.
Lame.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, we can talk about it. Philbo just said, Price. Dude, I'm telling you. Everybody's excited to see you. Me, I'm just
so as we covered last time a month ago, I didn't remember anything. Right. I don't remember anything about Strange New Worlds. So I went back and I rewatched Hegemony 1 and then Hegemony 2. And I thought it was a good resolution. It's stupid that they get put to sleep, but I thought it was well done.
I honestly didn't have any trouble with it, but they didn't do enough science fiction for me personally.
No, they tried with the stupid double sun thing. But they wrote themselves into this stupid corner with the Gorn, and they realized that the fans hated the Gorn, so they're like, oh, we got to get rid of the Gorn. It's a lot like in Voyager with the Kazon, right? And they're like, oh, we got the Kazon, our number one villain. Oh, but then the fans hated the Kazon, so they had to write themselves out of the Kazon, right? So it could have been worse.
A little of that happened even with the Ferengi. They were supposed to be like these weasel guys, and then it just turned into comic relief.
Yeah, and then they forgot that they made them space Jews. Oh.
Okay, here's the cool fan theory I heard that was fantastic, though. My problem with not enough science fiction is I wanted to see Captain Patel like turn into a half girl, half Gorn.
Yeah.
And act like nothing happened, right? That's like the most Star Trek thing you can do. But Captain Pike, they started writing him as Captain Pussy. And like, oh my God, my girlfriend is turning into this monster. It's like, dude, it's Strange New Worlds, Strange New Life, New Civilizations. This is a fucking brief for the Federation. Sometimes your girlfriend's going to get bit by something and turn into a half lizard.
Come on, Pike.
So the thing that I heard, though, was some guy said, this reminded me, you were like talking about they wrote themselves in a corner with the hibernation thing, because then that's like, well, what's up with the Gorn later? And he said, what if Captain Patel is like with the Klingons? They try to explain like why the Klingons look different.
Yeah.
What if the Gorn are slow and look less like aliens? If Captain Patel is starting off this human sort of version of the Gorn. And I was like, it's all because the Gorn's wearing a dress, isn't it? And
so her
Photoshop.
Her offspring are the ones in Arena. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that there's some kind of, it might even be like 2 or 3 generations. Nobody knows how old.
That's amazing.
So I was like, man, that's just too cool for them to actually do that.
That would be hilarious.
To like just make, and then part of their thing was like, maybe that even is Captain Patel, that they just left her down on Cestus 3 waiting for somebody to show up again. I was like, I don't know about that, but I don't know. I liked it. I want to see like, one of those V lizard aliens in a Starfleet uniform going, hey, Chris, it's time to make me some of that eggplant parmesan you're so famous for.
I know, right?
And, like, just do it, man. Do it. That's science fiction. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that actress doesn't want stuff glued to her face all the time.
No. Poor, what's her name? Winona Earp.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. Fucking Bo Smith is a friend of mine. The guy who wrote the Winona Earp comic book show, and I just never seen it. And everybody's going, "Hey, the girl from Letterkenny," and I hadn't even seen Letterkenny at that point. Now I just fucking love that actress. She's great. Oh my god,
no, she's great.
So I
But
wanted
yeah,
to
they
have a
definitely
nice, meaty Star Trek role. Give her something to do.
yeah, they definitely turned Pike into a huge pussy though. But they're humanizing people, so that's good.
Well, I kind of don't mind, getting in touch with your feelings and having a big
No,
fireplace in your
no, and
room,
it's
cooking
the
everybody
lady he
food.
loves. What are you gonna do?
I kind of don't mind that, but like, if love means anything, you have to keep loving the girl when she turns into a half lizard Gorn
So
guy.
true.
So, and of all people, and plus Star Trek gets so accused of being woke. Like, just fucking do it, man. Slam your lizard dick in the door and go, this is how it is now. And make everybody deal with it. But they're so afraid of, I don't know.
What are they afraid of?
I don't know. They're afraid of like writing Star Trek where Scotty's 44 and Kirk is 35.
I can't.
Like
the Scotty thing.
fuck?
We can't.
Well, that's why I was like, I was telling Walker, I'm not apprehensive. I'm super looking forward to talking to you, but we have 4 episodes to go through in an hour. And basically, it's just all the same. My last article for DORK COURT was like, per my previous email.
Yeah.
Because you just can't, it's hard to keep writing articles about
the same thing. Yeah.
They whiffed this one pretty good.
Yeah.
Tangentially, can I tell you I love your t-shirt?
Thanks.
Like, that's the best t-shirt ever. Like, if people aren't watching, what's
it
his
called?
name?
Tires?
Yeah, but Shane Gillis on Tires. Yeah. Oh my god, I've never seen a show that they've built around a famous guy who's not the star of the show.
It's amazing.
It's really good. I really like it.
It's a really good show. But yeah.
Anyway, let's see what's.
And allegedly, it's like their real. It's based on a lot of like their backstory. The main guy, the like nerdy guy, like that's like his backstory. Like he actually had like a. He was actually the manager of a tire place, and Shane worked there, and like that was the whole thing.
I think
the science officer is a big fan of that whole group of comedians. Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, tell her that Walker Young is a giant fan, and that's how I knew what that shirt was right away, because like he's like, Daddy, I need one of those shirts. All right, we have Spider-Man.
There's really bad ones on the internet, so you gotta search a little bit to find a good one.
This was like when it first came out. There was a pretty decent one on Etsy that I saw.
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell you where I got it, but Patel is a saved Locutus. Maybe.
Interesting.
Maybe. I hope so, but I hope she's half alien. I really do. And then what's Phil got to say? Family relations get in the way on the ship. Time to remember the Sullivans.
Yikes.
Yeah. Just that's what airlocks are for, right? All right.
So why are there 203 people on the ship?
Oh, that was an interesting thing, right? Isn't this ship supposed to be bigger than the original Enterprise?
in the cage, not in the menagerie, but in the cage, they say there's 203 people on the Enterprise. By the time you get to the actual show, it's like 400.
420, yeah.
Yeah.
420 men, women, and children.
Yeah. So what? Okay.
I know. It's they just did that because nobody people like us who give a shit aren't even paying attention anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's annoying. So I'm like, I heard it when they said it and I went, wrong, and just kept going. I spotted them that, I'm like,
I spotted them that.
It's not, there's so much egregious bullshit to get outraged about that kind of like doesn't even make
sense. No, you're right. It's very low on the list.
For me personally, I mean, get outraged all you want. Do you want to go to speaking of outrage, do you want to go to the Trelane episode?
Nope.
I honestly loved that they did this throwaway thing that at Spock's fake bachelor party, Scotty's like, oh, I don't really usually drink, but what's one gonna do? And then I'd love that, because then that's his slow descent into alcoholism right there, and it's Q's fault. So I like that one.
So the audience is gonna think that I've been compromised, but I really like that episode.
Yeah, what do you mean they like you can have joy in your life, man. It's not all like shitting on
No,
stuff.
I can't have joy.
I'm not going all the way to I really like that episode, but it's because it was so fucking obvious, right?
Well, right,
He was clearly playing Trelane.
right,
They were clearly going to do a Q reveal at the end. And
right,
I didn't think this, but as soon as John Delancey starts talking, you're like, well, of course. Like, who else
right.
do you get, right? So, like, all of that, even though I didn't see it coming because I wasn't paying attention, it still didn't surprise me, right? And so I guess I walked away with a fine feeling, but it was more like I love the Spock and Lon thing because it's just so wrong. It actually gives me some joy.
Yeah,
It's like, well, if we're going to have like the 90210 version of Star Trek, yeah, okay, Nurse Chapel's being kind of a dick with this Roger Corby. Like,
yeah.
who's next on the list? Oh, Lon, yeah, she's all right. All right, let's go. Come on, Spock. That it kind of doesn't bother me. But Captain Pike just turning into a crybaby is just
It's not good.
capital R wrong.
No, I liked yeah, Reese Darby is awesome. I think he just hammed it up the whole episode. He did a great job.
He did
Um,
great.
yeah,
He
he
understood the
was
assignment.
yeah, exactly.
So that's cool. I don't really
And
have a
then
problem with it.
yeah, I like the fact that Chapel is a huge dick. She's just an asshole. She comes back after 3 months and everybody is like,
Yeah.
it's been 3 months, bro. Like, what? I appreciate that all the other crew is like, dude, what?
Yeah, they're like,
Um,
hey, let's give Spock some space, but on the other hand, it's only been 3 months, right?
yeah, I
Like,
hated the guy to play Roger Corby. I hated that guy, the fake Acuna guy.
oh, is
Um,
that who he is?
no, I don't know. I don't know who the
No, but
fuck
I
he
mean,
is, but
he's supposed to be some kind of like instead of Roger Corby, who's like the biggest nerd of all time, that
yeah,
it made him kind of like this, like
like a
rugged.
space adventurer. It's like,
If I was
no,
in the 20th century, I'd be wearing pocket shells and a fucking Hawaiian shirt and being the computer expert guy. It's like,
234 written papers. Yeah,
right. I
okay.
mean, come
Yeah,
on.
my ass. Um,
Spock is a player. He kind of
um,
is like jacked Spock. It's
yeah,
kind of weird seeing
yeah,
him, but man, if Spock's gonna do dancing around, yes, give him a tango, give him that lawn chick. Let's
dude.
go. That's pretty cool.
I really appreciate that they basically did a soft reboot with Lon. They've done this with a few characters over the years, and they basically are just like, okay, Lon sucked, so let's just make her like a better person.
Right, let's give
And
her a personality for a change.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And I appreciate that they did that, and that really comes in later, as we'll talk
I
about.
love that they did that because just her last name makes me hate that character.
Oh, I hate it.
And
I
they
hate it.
haven't given her anything to do
No.
except annoying shit.
Yeah.
So
Well, and
like
again, they tried to give her the backstory, the Worf backstory of, oh, she was the orphan from the battle, and
right.
everyone's just like, yeah, whatever, it
Just annoying.
doesn't matter.
But it's no like why not kill her parents in a shuttle accident like literally
Right.
everyone else, right?
Right.
It's just so minimum effort that like, oh, she was in a Gorn thing and boy, she's all got trauma like everybody else.
Right.
No, man. Like, hey, this Spock guy's kind of cool. Look at them broad Vulcan shoulders. I'm gonna teach him how to do the tango. Yes,
By the way,
finally.
she was like a ballerina as a child. I love it.
Do
I
you think
love
she
it.
could have got away from the Gorn, man, with some
Yeah.
plies and
I know,
some,
right?
fucking whatever?
Show that butt a few times. The Gorn will back off.
I'm not. See, I'm a proper old man, and I kind of like all of my friends are like, "Oh, she's gorgeous," and I'm like, not for me. She just looks like a standard person on TV, so I
Well,
don't have th- I don't have
the
that
way that
problem.
they're showing her now is
Well,
like, yeah,
yeah, but like I'm old enough that like number one had her hair in some severe military braids for one episode, and I went, yes. let me watch this one again. So that's me.
Oh, jeez.
I'm listening.
Anyway. I liked I mean, I thought it was a good, like,
just typing out much I hate her last name. That's great.
If Strange New Worlds did 26 episodes, this would be a perfectly fine filler episode.
You know
what I mean?
Yes, I agree 100%. But you know what else?
It sucks that they do 10 episodes.
Let's
we had to waste it on Trelane.
Let's take it to 100. That let's make them do 26 episodes a season, and then just fucking kick the wheels off. Like, it's not. This isn't canon. You have no idea what's happening. We're not going to remake Star Trek. Fucking Spock and Lon get married and have 3 kids. Like, do that show, right?
Yeah.
Like, she was a ballerina. Oh yeah, but you know what? That Gorn thing really did happen. It's just we're gonna forget it like we're lost. Oh, this guy we told you was a lifeguard? No, he's a doctor now. Like, just do that. Give me that Star Trek show.
Yeah.
And like, you don't know what's happening from one episode to the next. Like, have a different guy play Captain Pike for like 3 episodes and don't explain it.
Don't explain it.
Just go nuts, man. You're doing a Star Trek show.
Yeah.
But they can't do it for some reason. So then what's the next one after Spock's
the zombie episode?
Oh, the zombie one. Would you like to take this one? Because I will get inarticulate.
I just want to fucking kill it.
They very much
kill it with fire.
Don't understand what they're fucking doing. Like, how?
Well, okay.
The audience is all like, "Oh, finally a zombie episode," and I was like,
"Who the fuck said that?"
What? No, these guys on the internet, they're all like, they're waiting for a Star Trek. Finally, zombies in Star Trek, and I'm like,
the Borg are zombies.
Who's asking for zombies in Star Trek? And then
I appreciate. All right, where do we start?
It's just the most generic thing ever. Zombies. It's like, oh, look, they're on a planet where something is eating something, and scientists did something, and like, look, there's a Klingon guy who's a zombie, and there's an Andorian zombie. They did it in the most like bereft of any kind of creativity manner in any way. Like, if you're gonna do a zombie show, fucking make it mean something. Not just.
Well, that's the funny thing, right? That's the funny thing, right? The zombies weren't part of the plot. They were the background. Right. They were like the fauna in the background. It was hilarious. I did appreciate that they had Pike, whatever his line was, like, Doctor, that sounds a lot like the Z word, whatever the fuck he said. So even but I mean, that was the funny thing, is that like the zombies were just the background threat. It wasn't even the real plot. The real plot was about that stupid plant.
Right.
Well, no. The inciting incident was that stupid plant, and then the real plot was about that stupid Klingon lady getting her revenge or whatever.
Stewart's killing it today.
Oh yeah.
Started thinking about Tuvix with a Chimera plant.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. That's a good one.
Yeah. I keep being annoyed every time they're on a planet. Someone says there are no signs of life, and then the ambient status and zombies.
It's so true.
I actually did like that. That was the one thing I did like. There's no signs of life, but there's zombies walking.
I mean, would there be no life? There'd be no insects.
She said, "Yeah." I mean, whoever said that, I think it was Lon. She said it like that there was no sign of like mammals, right? Because they're walking around a place with trees,
right? There's trees,
and bugs and shit. So there's life there. It's just no signs of like.
I think it was the doctor. I really don't like that doctor guy.
Yeah,
I don't like him.
Dr. Mubenga.
Yeah.
I
think it's like the way. I don't know. I can't tell what it is. I just don't. He's just weird. It's a weird character.
So here, I can tell you what I don't like about him. That there's a fucking history of Starfleet doctors, right? And so, a combat medical doctor is a really interesting thing.
Yeah.
But then they saddle him with like, oh my God, it's so horrible. But I'm a kung fu star, and it's like, all right, well, just pick a lane, right? Like,
Right.
I don't mind that he's a combat guy, but then just make him Starfleet Mash, right?
Right.
Where he's Dr. Boyce or something, right? Where you have to make the guy act that he has this giant weight of not being able to save everyone. And so he's gonna, but not just like Klingons, I hate them.
Right.
Long
Right.
sleeves, I hate them. It's like, I don't even want the sciences insignia on. Give me the red cross of light blueness on my sleeves. Every single choice they make doesn't seem to work in the universe,
Right.
which is a thing. And like, man, you just make up a sitcom, and there's two guys living together, and then the third girl shows up, and they're at an ice cream store that takes place in a world, right? Like, taxi cabs don't stop out in front because the girl drives Lyft and they're really mad at her. I mean, your story has to have a world, and so you can't just plop in a character and go, "Hey, I'm the guy that's like really got a tragic backstory," in a fucking ship full of people with tragic backstories.
I think that's one of the things I didn't like about the first 2 seasons is they overloaded the tragedy. Every single character had an episode where they had some tragic backstory. Like even Uhura, do you like? Am I making this up? Even Uhura has like a tragic backstory, like her parents got killed or
died in a
something.
shuttle accident.
Like, dude, like really?
What?
Like
Come
even
on.
Uhura, like yeah.
I can't wait until they
And like he's got like the kid in suspension or something. Isn't that? Did I
which
make
they've
that up?
never mentioned again.
I mean, good. That's a good thing.
Dude, every time there's a red alert, they should cut to him looking at like a power indicator or something. It's his fucking daughter. You have two of them. You're not just, what's up with a kid. Yeah, shh, they're sleeping. I'm just saying that, like, if you're making a guy a parent and his daughter's in suspended animation,
right?
That
would be enough.
That's gonna come up every once in a while,
right? And that would be enough. You don't have to also give him the grizzled combat vet guy.
Yes, agreed.
Who kung fu master who assassinates Klingons every time he sees one.
And gets away with it with no consequence whatsoever.
And also, Mbenga himself, like in real Star Trek, his whole deal is that he's a Vulcan specialist.
Right, exactly.
Like that's his only character. I mean, he's only in what, like half of one scene in 2 episodes or whatever. But like
something like that.
It's because
shows up
Spock is having an issue and McCoy doesn't know what to do, so Mbenga treats him. That's it.
Yeah.
So in the middle of all this, we also got to add.
Now I'm mad about another thing.
Yeah. I like the new nurse though. He was funny. The nurse guy.
I was gonna get to that. I mean,
I don't know what episode that is.
Mbenga is such a tightly wound guy that they actually introduced a cooler version of him that's younger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like they didn't even they didn't even try to have like another character. They just went, let's just have young Mbenga, and we don't have to think too much about it. And then the whole force of that is that actor. You can tell. It's just the way he says his dumb lines. Everybody loved him immediately because I hope they just found him in something and just went, oh, we don't really have a role for you, but we're gonna make one up because you're adding to our scene. Yeah, because it's very clear that he is. So
no, he's fun. I like him.
I like that guy.
That's one thing. I think season 3 is more fun than the past 2, but like not forced fun, like organic fun.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll come back to me on that one.
I'm just wondering what organic fun would be like.
Well, because it's like
take it off the fun bush.
They had that one episode that was like a fairy tale episode. Like, well, that was a fun episode. No, it was forced. It was like,
I gotcha. The like wacky, whimsical stuff.
Right.
Seems more.
This one's more fun. And I actually said I said this to somebody, but like they're writing it more like the Orville, and I mean that in the best possible way. where it's like, hey, we're just on a starship having fun because space is cool and we're having a good time.
Yeah.
So that's where we are.
No, that's good, but it just reminds me about how in the Gorn episode where everybody's getting digested and Ortegas had like lost part of her hand. It was all like, and then like they didn't even do a quick like hypo spray scene or anything.
I know.
She just shows up and going, hey, look, I can yo-yo again. And I was like, come on, man, like just have a line.
Well, they did have a line that was like, "We get you back to the ship. We can fix this." But I mean, that was it. It was. But between then and there, she has to pilot the stupid shuttle with half of a hand, and it's like okay.
And then she says her catchphrase.
Right? Her catchphrase. Yes,
I pilot the ship or whatever.
Yes.
Like they hit that so much. I'm kind of surprised that there aren't Redbubble T-shirts everywhere.
It's funny because I'm pretty sure that's. Well, first of all, there's like a Navy. I don't know if they still do it, but there was like a Navy slogan where it's like, I'm a Navy officer. I drive the boat. I'm a Navy officer. I fire the weapons or something like that, right? And they use it in Battleship, the movie Battleship.
Yes.
Like, what's the good-looking guy's name? In Battleship, also John Carter.
Taylor, the John Carter.
Yes, Taylor, John Carter guy
or something. Taylor.
Yes, he says that line because it's like one of the Navy recruitment things, and Battleship is just a giant Navy recruitment thing. So he's like, "Oh, I'm the lieutenant. I fire the missiles or whatever the fuck it is, right?" And so every time she says, "I'm Ortegas. I drive or I pilot the ship," it just that's all that goes on in my head. Is this is a Navy recruitment ad?
The thing that goes
which it could be.
It might be. I mean, who knows?
It's a Starfleet recruitment ad, right?
Might even be a reference, right, for somebody on the show that
it's a Battleship reference. That'd be amazing.
The thing that gets me though is that like that's it. She doesn't say anything more.
Yeah.
And she needs a just a quick couple lines to contextualize that. It's like, you know, this is my mantra. This is like how I concentrate. This is how I fly through fucking binary things. Because I'm fucking what's her name and I pilot the fucking ship. Okay, give her that instead of just saying the catchphrase and have us all go, yeah, okay, that's the thing. I guess we have.
She's such a good character too. It's a weird like it's a weird vulnerability in her character or chink in her armor or whatever you want to call it, where it's like she just has this weird catchphrase she says. It'd be like if I just walked around saying, "I'm John, I raised the babies." It's like, wait, what? Why did you say that? Like,
what gets me is that there's I don't know who it is. I guess it's Barry Manilow. Back in the late 70s, he had this song called I Write the Songs, right? And it's a mission statement. I write the songs that make the whole world sing, right? Nice. And I just every time she goes, I'm Erica Ortegas and I fly the ship, I think just do your radio, a 1970s radio hit, so we never have to hear this again. Or make it mean something. Like she says that in honor of somebody, or
right,
or like make a fucking entire episode about that. So
well, I assume that's coming because they also gave her PTSD. Yeah, right. The puppet episode.
I'm the Erica Ortega's Muppet. I fly the ship. Anyway,
they gave her Gorn PTSD. So I mean, that's coming.
Yeah. Why though? Because doesn't Lon have Gorn PTSD?
Not this season.
Everybody gonna have PTSD when they see Captain Patel sashaying down the hallway in her pajamas and socks, and she's got a fucking lizard tail now, and Captain Pike isn't a pussy anymore.
Captain Pike, this is your opponent speaking.
Captain Pike, this is your side piece speaking. Anyway. Yes, let's see. Ortegas did intentionally screw up to force her plan into play, and then number one calls her out on it later. Other things.
Yep.
That was a really good scene.
I like that.
Love that because they cut to Rebecca Romijn in the captain's chair, giving her that like school marm look,
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I hope that pays off this episode and not later. And it was like 2 scenes later, and I was like, oh, finally.
No, it was good.
I meant to look who wrote that one, because I was like, finally some good like action adventure structure. Anyway.
No, it's good. I think the writing's a lot better this so far this year.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't know, man.
I just wish it was in service of science fiction and not like 10 episodes of like, oh, look what we can get away with. I'm like, yeah, I used to like it in the old days when look what we could get away with was like Space Lincoln and Green Energy Hands and like, you know, the Gangster Planet and Little Tribbles and shit. Like, get away with that crap. And like, you know, Buell and Lokai. Here's a fucking slap to the face about racism that like little kids don't see coming until the reveal. And then, you know, where is that in Star Trek in modern?
If they did stuff like that, people would call them woke. Like Star Trek's gone woke.
You know where it is in modern Star Trek? It's all in lower decks.
Yes.
So I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I really Phil was actually I know who it was. It was Kieran McNulty said earlier today, like, you're gonna watch all that Starfleet Academy nonsense, so stop doing it. And I'm like, man, I'm not. I was talking to my wife about this a couple days ago, and I was like, speaking of the woke thing, for some reason, we're still 1,000 years in the future. Tilly's going to be a professor. Okay, that's great. But for some reason, literally every other character is half Klingon and half Beta Z, or half Andorian and half Tellarray, or half, like, everybody's half and half. And it's like, no, 1,000 years in the future, everybody's going to be this light shade of teal. And, you know, and nobody's going to be like, well, I have to have Klingon stuff in my uniforms now. And it's like, come on, guys, just write some science fiction.
They're very bad at time. They don't understand how far they put themselves in the future. You know, they're acting like they jumped 100 years in the future and not 1,000 years in the future.
Right. Well, we went through all that Discovery stuff where it's like the Vikings sitting down at the United Nations and expecting anybody to fucking listen to them. But I don't get why they don't address that. Like, say something where like, oh, you guys were cavemen according to us, so good thing we gave you the Matrix moves and now you can bend spoons and shit. You know, just do some science fiction instead of like, make that work for you. Like, maybe there's some character in Starfleet Academy that is like against all these people being here, because it's just, you know, fun. Do something like that you can have. And he's a good guy, right? He just has a philosophical problem with it. And now you have all this character conflict, and it's just like, no, we
don't do philosophical problems in Kurtzman Trek. Okay,
Star Trek.
No,
it's not aspirational. And anyway, fucking whatever. So, do you want to talk about?
I'm sorry, what?
I was just wondering if you wanted to talk about that last one with Paul Wesley.
I was gonna say, which episode are we up to?
We pretty much did the 3 good ones: the Gorn, Trelane, the zombie.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can we talk about how stupid the ending of the Klingon lady is, and how like she sacrifices herself to the zombies, and Mbenga's like, I will know her honor, and Pike is like, this doesn't make any sense. We can just leave, and she just lets herself get killed by zombies
to cover their tracks that don't.
She doesn't even like try to. I mean, it's just so stupid. The whole thing is so stupid. Like,
that was just they.
And it's not
editing the real writers, because you can't tell me a professional writer didn't write an end to that episode.
Right.
But somebody just came in.
Somebody cut off the ending
and went, hey, we need some more Klingon stuff, so make her sacrifice herself for honor.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
really?
The better ending would have been save her, and she has to live with the fact that Mbenga saved her. Right?
Yes.
Am I wrong? Like,
no, you're not. But that's an adult way of looking at it, right? Like, but they just
also come up with a cure for the zombies. Why did they not come up with a cure for the zombies?
Agreed. I mean, I don't even know what to say
to that. Did they just fly away and be like, okay, put a little buoy out there that says, hey, this is a zombie planet?
Well, that's kind of what I thought. It's like, wow, Starfleet just goes and does stuff and then has a lot of like, here there be dragons here with Talos 4 and this one. It's like, oh, we just fucked up so bad that we just are going to pretend that didn't happen and not have anybody else go there. Okay. I mean, that's not good. That's not Starfleet, but it's
not good.
And it also these guys take the nuts out of anything whenever they write it because they're diminishing the Talos 4 stuff.
Oh right? Yeah.
Because what makes that so powerful is like, no, this was a giant fuck up and we're just not going to talk about it. But we've let the audience in on it. So address that when at the water cooler. But I don't know. Anyway,
not good.
Please let me talk about Lucille Ball and Gene Roddenberry.
Weird episode.
And Jimmy.
But Hendrix. I will say so I will say again, if they were pumping out 20 episodes, this would be a fun holodeck episode.
Yes.
Right? There's probably 15 of these in the Next Generation, right? Well, holodeck episodes where it's just like, don't ever think about it again.
A holodeck episode, really? In a time where there's not really supposed to be holodecks, and they did that. Okay, here we're testing it, and that explains why Terry Metalis got fucking crazy. That was one of his things where him and Blast started freaking out at people. That we were all supposed to remember that holodecks have a dedicated power source from some throwaway line in Voyager. Remember that?
Yes.
So okay, so I get how they did this episode. Let's do an entire episode that explains that, so we never have to, or when we bitch it at fans who bring it up, we can point at that episode and go, look, that's why. So okay, I'll give him that one. But the rest of
also,
it is
fuck Akiva Goldsman, whatever his name is. Fuck that guy. Every time there's an episode, he's like, look, we just solved a problem for the fans. Like, dude, that was not a problem.
Right.
It wasn't a problem that Kirk doesn't have a holodeck.
Nobody cares.
It wasn't a problem that Trelane and Q might be the same thing. Like, go away.
And like Peter David wrote an entire book about that like 2 years after we got married. So it's like, that's why I was like, what is this episode even doing? Did they wait to do this episode like they waited to do
Jesus.
Fucking the Guardian of Forever? They waited for not just Harlan, but also Susan Ellison to die so they could get away with it. And now they wait for Peter David to die so they can just go, oh yeah, all that is true. And he's dead now, so he can't tell us to, give us any money for that one. But it's so clear.
That's a very cynical way of looking at it.
If they hadn't done that about the Guardian of Forever, I might not have even had that thought. But now I think that's exactly what they did.
That's exactly what they did.
Oh, look, this is ours now.
Yeah.
What's this one? Another TNG remake. Yes, it was like exactly make a problem that I can't solve.
Right.
All right. So
I thought it was a clever ending.
Mimi called that Spock was the bad guy.
Oh, she did?
Almost immediately. And both Walker and I blew her off. We were like, no, see, it's here and it's a thing. And like at the end, it's heading that way. And Walker saw it even before I did. He was like, hey, Mommy's right. And I'm like, yeah, I think we're gonna have to apologize to her. But it's just funny because she doesn't care at all. And she's like solving something on her phone, like for MetLife and addressing some stuff. It's like, oh yeah, Spock's a bad guy, and then just like goes back to what she's doing. Anyway, it gives her Shane Gillis strength sometimes, not paying attention to this nonsense.
I thought it was
I liked it. It was
again
fine.
If it was a 20 episode season, I would have no problem with the Trillion episode, no problem with the holodeck episode. I mean, no problem with the weird Klingon zombie episode. But what are they doing? Half the season's gone.
I'm kind of with you. I like the whimsical ones, but as the backstop for real science fiction adventure, right?
Right.
And so this one was kind of cool. They got me at the end, actually, when they played the end credits. Like I was kind of like, okay, I get what they're doing. It's kind of, this looks like, somebody's really, shitty version of that Black Mirror episode, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but they were doing really, really detailed stuff, like the lights through screens and the weird colors. And I was like, all right, that's cool. But then when they did the bloopers and the end credit music, I was like, all right, obviously they love Star Trek. They just don't know how to share it with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I liked Uhura had that nice little speech about, a show like this that will inspire generations of people.
That was great.
It was all good. It was all good.
I liked I liked lots of stuff about it. I love that Anson Mount was playing Gene Roddenberry.
It's pretty funny.
I was like, writers are always sad, and then he shows up with a giant jug of whiskey. I was like, oh, that's somebody that wrote something for his wife. Yeah, here's a line for you, honey. And then, I like the costumes. It all adds up to something I should like, but
right.
I'm with Tony. I even said that. I was like, where's Sanctuary Moon? Have you watched Murderbot yet?
No.
Oh, dude, that's a joke you will get when you watch Murderbot. But if you want, let me just sell you on this show, right? It's only a half an hour. So you watch that first one, I guarantee you'll watch the rest of it. Because you'll be like, this is the tightest fucking show ever. And basically the main character, he's a security droid who hacks his own governor so he can do what he wants, and he spends the whole time watching his universe's version of Star Trek.
Nice.
And so whenever he meets some kind of conflict in the world, he just answers with a line from his show that they have shown you earlier.
Nice.
And it's like John Cho and Clark Gregg, and it's fucking great. I can't recommend Murderbot enough, especially if you're missing good science fiction, because there's some crazy shit in that show, and it's so tight, man. 23 minutes. I think the longest one is 34 minutes, and it seems like a 2-hour movie because it's just so
the longest one.
It's so tight and so good, and the actors crush it. And there's like 8 characters that they service in 22 minutes. It's insane. It's a really good show. Anyway,
good.
Watch Murderbot. The retro Trek TV show. I want a real Star Trek show made just like that, but seriously instead of parody. I don't know how commercial that is, Stuart. I mean, I get it, but if they're gonna do that, I want exactly the old show. I want the light blue corridors with the light. I don't want them to make something that's kind of like it. I just give me that old show. And I think we're only have to wait about 18 months, and we could do it ourselves with the AI, right? So yeah, I'm with Tony. If you start watching the first episode of Murderbot, you will burn through the whole season. It's that good, and you want to know what happens. What's Phil saying? Yeah, the whole that episode was boring to me too.
It was a little boring.
Yeah. I'm not missing anything not watching Strange New Worlds. This season, I think you're right, because they're all just sort of high concept shows. It's like, oh look, Trillian's back. Yawn.
Yeah.
Like I even called it to Walker, like, because I know the Trelane episode so well that I was like, he's gonna say greetings and salutations, and he's gonna go, and I believe it's pronounced hip hip hoorah. And like he didn't say that, but he said some of the other words. So when he was doing that, Walker looked at me and he goes, how do you know that? It's like, because Star Trek is in my head and it's not in theirs. They're reading the scripts and going, oh, that's a cool thing. Let's just steal that line so Larry and John get the reference,
Right.
Like, what the shit? Yeah,
I don't know if it was coincidence, but after after that episode, my automatic play was to What Are Little Girls Made Of?
Oh,
I don't know if that was a coincidence, because that's where I am in rewatching. I don't know, but that was I'm like, did you mean to do that, computer? Did you? All right, okay.
Yeah, I noticed that on Pluto they were playing Strange New Worlds for a while on the Star Trek channel. So I should ask Rick about that. Hollywood producer Rick Austin, as you know, he's a big proponent of friend of the show, friend of all of us. He's friend of mankind, Rick Austin.
Everybody turns Vulcan. Can't wait for that one. That's gonna be great. Oh my god, kill me.
Gonna kill me. Yeah. You know, I have like when Walker was like 6 or 8 or something, we got those Whatnot puppets from FAO Shorts. And the one for me is pretty good because it's a bald guy with a beard and glasses, right?
Nice.
So you get that. So I'm trying to find like one of my Star Trek uniforms that I don't mind cutting up because I'm going to make my puppet into a puppet and then do this show with you. But you have to listen to my puppet. I won't do it the whole time because, oh my God, I can't think of anything more annoying except maybe waiting for the show that we'll be making fun of.
It's not going to be good.
We both have like a Star Trek sigh now. Oh, they're doing that bullshit, huh?
I did rewatch Those Old Scientists again, and that was just so good.
That I too watched that one. I watched the Gorn one so I could remember what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
To what's her name?
Yeah.
But it gets to be a short list after that. I watched the first one because I really liked Pike with his giant hell on wheels beard.
Yeah.
And you get Robert April and you get Captain Patel and you figure all that out. And that first episode gave me some hope, and I should have realized that, you know, why.
I mean, the show is good.
That's crazy that there's only 3 that you want to rewatch, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't even remember. I would literally have to go through and like rewatch the entire series to remember some of them. What was I going to say? The show is good.
Yeah, that's what you were going to say.
The show is good when they're doing Star Trek. I know that's stupid. I know that's stupid. But like when they're actually going out and doing exploration and talking, and I don't mind Pike is his own character at this point. It's like, all right, you know, he's got a little crush on the lady and she's tougher than he is, and okay, all right, you know.
I always go back to Bread and Circuses when Merrick is explaining to the first, whatever his name is, not the first citizen.
Yeah.
There's like, no, I was a spaceship captain. He's a starship captain. It's a very special vessel and crew. And that's not this one. Pike just looks like he could be running like, you know, container ships from Alaska.
Yeah.
It's like he's not
with no change. Yeah.
He's not doing anything particularly Star Trek. And it drives me nuts.
I know it's like his whole thing where it's like, hey, I'm gonna lead by consensus and all that and ask for opinions. It's a bit much sometimes where he's like, okay, everyone needs to give me their opinion on what to do right now. It's like, dude, you're in charge. Like,
I get it if he did it in a conference room, right?
Right.
He does it on the bridge.
That's what Picard does. Picard's like, all right, let's have a meeting, you know?
But consensus isn't a thing that when you're getting shot at, man. Like, that's why you make the big bucks and you have a chair to yourself in the middle. Because, and he just turns around and he's like, what do I do? This is crazy. Yeah. Well, what do you do? Yeah. Like, fucking study in school, man. That's what you do. Like,
how did you become captain if you don't know what to do?
Anyway, hopefully this will all just be a painful memory at some point. Because
there's a Nimitz quote, Chester Nimitz. There's a quote, and it's when you're in command, command.
Yes,
that's it. That's the quote.
That's why he has an aircraft carrier named after.
That's why he's Nimitz, the greatest admiral of all time. Yes.
Well, I don't know, Curtis LeMay, man.
Well, it wasn't an admiral.
Oh, what? What?
Curtis LeMay, Commodore? He's a general guy.
He's a general, of course.
Yes.
Greatest admiral of all time. That's Horatio Hornblower, right? or Russell Crowe at the end of the books.
I mean,
this sounds like a conversation for Brian Shaneman.
What else? I feel like there was something else going on in this episode.
Star Trek related.
There was the okay. So a lot of people are pissed off. The usual suspects are pissed off about how fake Kirk was doing his little Shatner impersonation.
Whatever.
But like, come on, man. It was very obvious what they were doing. Don't take it seriously.
Yeah, I mean, I get that people think, oh, they're shitting on old Star Trek, but like, why
weren't?
Well, why was this episode any different? Because I think this entire show has been shitting on old Star Trek.
Yeah.
So I thought this one was pretty painless because at least it was obvious that they were making jokes.
Right.
And to the point where didn't he have some kind of line about like my diction?
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's like they made you aware that they're like taking the piss, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I too am with Stuart though. Obvious parody was obvious.
Yeah.
And so
at
that point, what are you doing, right? And then I don't know.
Well, but that wasn't the episode, right? It wasn't like that Black Mirror episode was, the whole thing was like that, right? This wasn't like that. That was just the show within the show.
Right. Yeah, that was kind of cool and actually made the bloopers make some sense. And I love that they destroyed it by doing the Riker joke.
Oh, it was great. It's great. It's great.
But like that's kind of arch when your favorite is just that me as a typical audience member. My favorite thing was like them making fun of their own parody at the end.
Yeah.
Right. Putting a little bow on, oh, didn't we have a good time in that episode? Instead of going out thinking, oh, that was a great episode.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, finally, why didn't they do a whole episode of this nonsense? Because then I mean, that's defensible, right? I don't know.
I think I'm not sure if I like Player Spock. I'm not sure if I like that, but
I think as of right this second, I don't think he's a player. I think that there's a read to that he was kind of thanking her for like getting his brain back together.
Yeah.
I think there is a read to that. There's also a read like, okay, here we go, Player Spock. He's going to be, which is kind of funny if you think of it. It's a reaction to, Kirk in the first show. But they can't, for what you keep saying, they can't lean into that and do their own show because there's only 8 or 10 episodes, right?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, every episode has to hit, and they're not worried about that enough. They're like,
yes.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I kind of would love like that. It fixes Nurse Chapel and Mabenga too. If you just do like 3 episodes that is that incoming transport thing, where you can't save everybody, and like, what does that do to the guys on the ground whose job is that they have to save everybody? And do like Star Trek MASH for like 3 episodes, right?
Yeah.
And then that means something, but you can't because you can barely get one scene in one episode because there's so much shit that you have to do in 8 or 10 episodes to like make it mean anything at all. I don't know.
It's very oh, Scotty. That's the thing I want to talk about. I hate him. I hate him.
They've set him up for failure. I think that actor's doing a fine job.
The actor's fine. This isn't about the actor.
They set the character up for failure.
Yeah.
There's just nothing about that guy makes you think he grows up to be Scotty.
No.
And it's but I don't understand what they were thinking. They just not want somebody who's as old as or older than Captain Pike or Captain Kirk. You got to have somebody who's like, I don't know.
Well, Scotty's old. He's the old man who takes care of the boat.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
He's not some like,
That's why I
ensign out of the academy, like genius, socially awkward genius. Like, that's not him at all. Like, just make a different character. If that's what you want to do, make a different character.
I absolutely fear that Akiva Goldsman's going, oh, just write in. I get that nobody wanted to write in and do Star Trek Legacy, but we're like, write in now and do Star Trek Year One. And it's like, God. Please, for the love of God, no. Stop fucking doing that. But I get why they do that, because when CBS All Access did their questionnaire to all their subscribers and said, hey, what do you want? And literally everyone wrote back, a Pike show, please.
Yeah.
And when they gave us a Pike show, they think, oh, well, that's how we'll handle. We'll just like do this massive like focus group and say what you want. Well, that's great, but you can't give yourself your own nickname, right? Like, nobody is going to go, hey, you should make us do Star Trek Legacy. It's like, well, we don't want that. We just want some Star Trek. We wanted a Pike show because Discovery sucked shit. And maybe you have a chance with a Pike show. And it's like, no, we just want some Star Trek, man.
Yeah, in comparison to Discovery, Anson Mount was like Jesus coming to save us.
But then what do? They're fucking with his hair now. Like,
I don't understand that.
I get having a big tower. It's the future. He's got a future haircut. Right. But this season, for some reason, they're doing this weird thing where he has 4 white points.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It's super distracting, and nobody in their right fucking mind is going to hear red alert and jump out of their bunk and start running the bridge, pulling their shirt on, and then going, oh, wait, I got to fix my hair. Yeah, get this little horn thing going on. Like, it's not good, man. It's not good.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Captain Gorn lady likes it. So,
I can't wait until she's a Gorn. If they make her half Gorn and like start parading her around.
She's a half Gorn.
And like ridiculous. Give her some crazy eyes, and she's just slower than everybody else. Yeah.
Just slower.
Give me that. Like, have
wearing that caveman outfit
for stuff. And like every time she walks by M'Benga and she's like, you couldn't have just let me die, and just walks by him, or lizard sashays by him. She's gonna have some kind of gait.
Love it.
They won't do that though.
Love it.
Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. I just wish the show was good.
I will say that season 2 I hated. Most of season 1 I strongly disliked. Season 3 so far, I don't know. I'm watching them. I'm enjoying them. So far,
I was fine with the dumb episode last week, and I was fine with the Trelane one.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I like Rhys Darby. So I mean, he nailed it.
He's excellent. Walker kept pulling out his Rhys Darby impression though, and like at hilarious times during the show. Welcome to Jumanji.
Nice.
I would just start laughing. And yeah, anyway. That's what I remember. That's why I had a good time with that show, because my kid was making it funny. It was like watching it in college with my college buddies, where we would just like Mystery Science Theater 3000. To the point, my old college roommate, like a month ago, goes, hey man, I remember watching Darmok and you freaking the fuck out about that suede jacket. And I was telling my kid, yeah, Larry's finally got that suede jacket. And I'm like, I have all the jackets, man.
All the jackets.
Because of that show. Like, and the new stuff, it doesn't make me want to buy all the jackets,
No.
So
no one's buying I don't even like the Strange New World uniforms are weird. They're very weird. They're very pointy.
Yeah.
Which I don't like.
I just they're yellow, man.
They're very yellow.
That's the part I don't like.
They're very yellow.
So what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Nice try.
Swing and a miss.
I am gonna get a Monster Maroon though. I'm starting to shake.
Like the real one?
Well, not one of the $2,000 ones, but There's this guy called Starbase 375 Logistics who he doesn't use the wool gabardine, which is the real thing,
Oh
but
yeah.
he does a thing called the duty uniform, which is it's more like the next gen fabric. So
Okay.
it's a little lighter, but it drapes the same as the wool with some facing, and I'm like, all right, now you're talking, man. I was going to get a Battlestar Galactica uniform, but now gonna have to get a Monster Maroon. But
New
then
priorities.
all those pips and squeaks again, man. I'm sick of buying like all that fucking shit.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Anyway, maybe I'll take it off the Strange New Worlds one. That doesn't
There you
really
go.
it doesn't really look right.
There you go.
You know as well as I do though, that Scotty suede jacket, that's the thing, man. That thing looks great.
It's highly recommended.
And honestly, this Picard one doesn't look that bad.
No,
This thing, but it looks like
no,
something in Star Trek at least.
it's
But
true.
yeah, not those. Have you seen the new Starfleet Academy things with all their asymmetrical hems and their weird ass?
I got sad because it just reminded me that Kurtzman Trek is still there.
All I can hope is that they just cancel it. Just
Yeah.
cancel it and start over.
Yeah.
Or let you run it. Either way.
I would love to run a Starfleet Academy show. That'd be awesome. I'd make it Harry Potter with
it'd be good
with Starfleet.
Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with that? Maybe that's what they're going for. I don't know. Who knows?
No, that's not what they're doing.
It's so obvious that they're finally getting their 90210 that they want to write.
I mean, finally. Good for them.
Yeah. And I cannot watch it.
And like, I guess it takes place on a ship, which is also the Academy. What? Yeah, because she's the captain, the Holly Hunter, she's the captain of the ship, right?
Huh.
But she's also commandant of the new Academy because they're starting it back up, right? It's a brand new Starfleet Academy.
Oh, Jesus. I am not going to like this show.
No, it's going to be terrible. But like the ship is awful looking.
Like, why would they just, I mean, I heard something. They're like, oh, there hasn't been a Starfleet Academy for 300 years or whatever. But like, what did they pave over San Francisco?
Probably.
I mean,
well, it's probably underwater at that point,
I guess. Who knows? So, yeah, 1,000 years in the future. It's on a ship now. Oh, that's horrible.
I mean, maybe Pangea reformed. That's that's how it works.
That's still not going to help San Francisco.
No. But yeah, it's on that stupid shit, and it's really ugly. Speaking of ships, we got a lot of ships in that one episode. The Spock marriage episode, the Trillium episode. There was all those ships in the background. That was cool. So,
I like that. They so obviously took the Star Trek technical manual and like souped up those single nacelle ships and the cargo ones. Yeah, that's fine. I like that.
Good, more ships.
But I just realized, like Shivers just said, not that one. That ship is fugly. It made me realize I don't think I've seen that trailer because that came out while we were in San Diego.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to watch that, and I'm not.
Yeah. Everyone should head over to Trek Yards. They're interesting people, but they break down all that stuff. For all the ships.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't mind reading Trek Yards every once in a while. When people start having fights about was this March 24/17 or April 24/17, then I'm like, hey man, enjoy your conversation. But
yeah, who would do that?
I was trying not to bring you into it.
It was clearly June.
I always brag on you when I'm talking to Walker about that, though. I'm like, he'll ask me some really specific question. I go, hey man, that's a John Price question. I'm not one of those guys. I can talk all day long about the difference between raglan sleeves and saddle shoulders.
I can't do that.
I know. I mean, everybody has their
everyone's got their thing.
You know. And so yeah, it's fun. Well, thank the science officer for letting us chat.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. speaking of Walker, I played for him a couple of drunken John Price ones that are come up on Facebook. He goes, "Why doesn't he do that now?" And I'm like, "Because he's a dad. You kind of can't get away with that now. You can't.
I'm not drunk anymore.
You can't shake it off like Synthahol, like." Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I was really dreading, as you guys remember, I was really dreading the new season of Strange New Worlds, and so far I would give it a B.
Yeah.
B minus, B.
I mean, I'd give it a B plus, honestly, in terms of enjoyment. It doesn't offend me, but and I was talking to Dan Moran, I think it was, that like I really enjoy that we're talking about how to take this B show to like A plus.
Yeah.
Instead of noting that it's a D minus, and if you grade it on a curve, I guess it gets to C, which is how the first 2 seasons went for me.
Right.
At least it's like, and so are they breaking me down? Am I getting used to the characters? Are they figuring out some more Star Trek? I don't know.
We're getting soft in our old age.
It's probably just that. I'm weak with hunger or something. I don't know.
Drunk John Price would not be happy with this right now.
Yeah. I don't know. What are you going to do? That was a moment in time. I'm not going to say I miss drunk John Price, but
it happened.
But I do. I'm just not going to admit it.
We were all there. We all.
Because what does that mean for me? Anyway. Yeah, sounds good. You want to go out on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk. Wait, there's a new one on Thursday, right? Yeah, there's a new one tomorrow.
I don't
know. Man.
I don't know what day it is.
Chris Sagasag is going to wake up, and I'm going to be eating my coffee and my beignets or whatever I'm eating tomorrow. And Chris is going to be like, well, I don't want to ruin anything, but blah, 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 blah.
I know.
And I'll go,
Chris ruins everything.
No, it's not that. It's like he gets up so goddamn early. I can't beat him. If I got up at 5:30, I wouldn't be watching Star Trek. I would have to wait for Walker, right?
No.
So anyway. So tell us what's up, Chris. Tomorrow morning. Anyway. Look, that's all we deserve. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. It's cool to see Stuart Vernon again.
Yeah.
He fucked off of Facebook, and I'm like, man, I miss hanging out with that guy. And now we get to talk about Star Trek, and comes on DORK COURT, and we talked about a little about the FF. You seen Superman? Go see Superman. It's pretty good.
I haven't.
Continue your domestically tranquil life of feeding the gals and
the sea of tranquility over here.
All right, man. Always a pleasure. Thanks everybody. Shivers, Sag, Tony, Stuart.
Live long.
Phil. Got Phil too.
And watch Star Trek. I got nothing.